Hey y'all, it's Kim. So this is the Senate torture report, and let me get you the actual technical name of this. I always have to look at it. It is the report of the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence Committee study of the Central Intelligence Agency's detention and interrogation program. This is video 28. And it says after 9/11, many suspected terrorists were detained for extended periods and tortured, according to this report. Uh, let's see here. So below are the summaries of the CIA's 8 most frequently cited examples of thwarted plots and captured terrorists, as well as a description of the CIA's claims and an explanation for why the CIA representations were inaccurate and unsupported by CIA records. 1. The thwarting of the dirty bomb tall buildings plot and the capture of Jose Padilla. Summary: the CIA represented that its enhanced interrogation techniques were effective and necessary to produce critical, otherwise unavailable intelligence, which enabled the CIA to disrupt terrorist plots, capture terrorists, and save lives. Over a period of years, the CIA provided the thwarting of terrorist plotting associated with and the capture of Jose Padilla as evidence for the effectiveness of the CIA's enhanced interrogation techniques. These CIA representations were inaccurate. The CIA first received reporting on the terrorist threat posed by Jose Padilla from a foreign government. 8 years later, Abu Zubaydah provided information on the terrorist plotting of 2 individuals whom he did not identify by true name to FBI special agents. Abu Zubaydah provided this information in April of 2002, prior to the commencement of the CIA's enhanced interrogation techniques in August of 2002. The plots associated with Jose Padilla were assessed by the intelligence community to be infeasible. So there's more footnotes if you want to go through that. Further details: the dirty bomb tall buildings plotting refers to terrorist plotting involving U.S. citizen Jose Padilla. Padilla and his associate Binyam Mohammed conceived the dirty bomb plot after locating information derived from what the CIA described as a satirical internet article entitled How to Make an H-Bomb on a Computer at a Pakistani Safe House in early 2002. The article instructed would-be bomb makers to enrich uranium by placing it in a bucket, attaching it to a 6-foot rope, and swinging it around your head as fast as possible for 45 minutes. What? I mean, I guess it's a joke, but whatever. Padilla and Muhammad approached Abu Zubaydah in early 2002 and later KSM with their idea to build and use this device in the United States. Neither Abu Zubaydah nor KSM believed the plan was viable, but KSM provided funding for and tasked Padilla to conduct an operation using natural gas to create explosions in tall buildings in the United States, later known as the tall buildings plot. And there's some more footnotes if you want to check that out. Okay, the capture of and the thwarting of terrorist plotting associated with Jose Padilla is one of the 8 most frequently cited examples provided by the CIA as the evidence for the effectiveness of the CIA's enhanced interrogation techniques. Over a period of years, CIA documents prepared for and provided to senior policymakers, intelligence officers, and the Department of Justice represent the identification and or the capture of Jose Padilla and or the disruption of the dirty bomb and or the tall buildings plotting as examples of how key intelligence collected from HVD interrogations after applying interrogation techniques had enabled CIA to disrupt terrorist plots and capture additional terrorists. The CIA further represented that the intelligence acquired from the CIA's enhanced interrogation techniques was otherwise unavailable and saved lives. So more footnotes. Okay, for example, a document prepared for Vice President Cheney in advance of a March 8, 2005 National Security Council principals meeting states under a section entitled Interrogation Results that use of DOJ authorized enhanced interrogation techniques as part of a comprehensive interrogation approach has enabled us to disrupt terrorist plots. Dirty bomb plot. Operatives Jose Padilla and Binyam Muhammad planned to build and detonate a dirty bomb in the Washington, D.C. area and plot disrupted. Source is Abu Zubaydah. More footnotes. Okay. Likewise, the July 20th, 2007 Department of Justice Office of Legal Counsel, OLC, memorandum on the CIA's enhanced interrogation techniques used CIA provided information on Jose Padilla to describe the threat posed by Al Qaeda and the success of the CIA's enhanced interrogation techniques to date. The July 20th, 2007 OLC memorandum states the CIA interrogation program, and in particular, its use of enhanced interrogation techniques, is intended to serve this paramount interest security of the nation by providing substantial quantities of otherwise unavailable intelligence. The CIA believes that this program has been a key reason why Al Qaeda has failed to launch a particular attack or a spectacular attack in the West since 11th of September of 2001. We understand that use of the enhanced techniques has produced significant intelligence that the government has used to keep the nation safe. As the president explained in his September 6, 2006 speech, by giving us information about terrorist plots we cannot get anywhere else, the program has saved innocent lives. For example, we understand that enhanced interrogation techniques provided particularly crucial in the interrogations of Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and Abu Zubaydah. Interrogations of Zubaydah, again, once enhanced techniques were employed, revealed two Al Qaeda operatives already in the United States and planning to destroy a high rise apartment building and to detonate a radiological bomb in Washington, D.C. On April 21st, 2009, a CIA spokesperson confirmed the accuracy of the information in the OLC memorandum in response to the partial declassification of this and other memorandum. The CIA provided similar inaccurate representations regarding the thwarting of the dirty bomb plotting, the thwarting of tall buildings plotting, and or the capture of Jose Padilla in 17 of the 20 documents provided to policymakers and the Department of Justice between July 2003 and March of 2009. Oh, more footnotes. Okay. A review of CIA operational cables and other CIA records found that the use of the CIA's enhanced interrogation techniques played no role in the identification of Jose Padilla or the thwarting of the dirty bomb or tall buildings plotting. CIA records indicate that there was significant intelligence in CIA databases acquired prior to and independently of the CIA's detention and interrogation program to fully identify Jose Padilla as a terrorist threat and to disrupt any terrorist plotting associated with him. Abu Zubaydah provided information on the terrorist plotting of two individuals who proposed an idea to conduct a dirty bomb attack, but did not identify their true names. Abu Zubaydah provided this information to FBI agents or special agents who are using rapport building techniques. In April 2002, more than 3 months prior to the CIA's use of DOJ approved enhanced interrogation, I'm sure that's what it says, so more footnotes, interrogation techniques, and the intelligence community internally assessed that the dirty bomb and the tall buildings plots were infeasible as envisioned. There's more footnotes. Yeah, I just don't feel like reading all of that. Sorry. It's too much. It just seems to interrupt the flow of this, so that's why I don't want to do that. Okay, prior to the capture of Abu Zubaydah on March 28, 2002, the CIA was alerted to the threat posed by Jose Padilla. In early 2001, U.S. government records indicated that Jose Padilla came to the U.S. consulate in Karachi to report a lost passport. These records indicated that Jose Padilla provided a sketchy story about overstaying his Pakistani visa and that he was allegedly studying Islamic law in Egypt. A search of the State Department's lookout and support system was conducted at the time, which resulted in multiple hits for Jose Padilla. State Department records confirm that Jose Padilla has sought a new passport at the U.S. consulate in Karachi in February of 2001 and was subsequently provided with the replacement on March 12, 2001. On December 15, 2001, the CIA provided the FBI with documents obtained in Afghanistan from a purported Al-Qaeda related safe house. Included in the binder were 180 terrorist training camp application forms entitled Mujahideen Identification Form, New Applicant Form, and an application form for a then 33-year-old individual with the alias Abu Abdullah al Muhajir, whatever, from America, was among the forms. Al Muhajir's form, dated July 24, 2000, listed other identifying information to include a 10/18 of 70 date of birth, language skills to include English, Spanish, and Arabic, and travels to Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and Yemen, and the individual's marital status. So more stuff there. On April 10th, 2002, the CIA disseminated a cable with intelligence derived from the exploitation of documents obtained during the raids in which Abu Zubaydah was captured. Included in the CIA cable is a translation of a letter from mid-March 2002 that references a 33-year-old English-speaking individual. The cable states that the CIA believes this individual might be involved in a martyrdom operation. The translation disseminated states there is a brother from Argentina. He speaks Spanish, English, and Arabic. He's 33 years old. He's married and has 2 little children. He's a great brother. He knows business and studies English language. He trains in self-defense, and he's a good-looking man. The next day, April 11, 2002, the CIA was provided with information from Pakistani officials on a 33-year-old U.S. citizen named Jose Padilla with the date of birth of October 18, 1970, who was briefly detained by Pakistani officials on April 4, 2002. The Pakistani government provided a copy of Jose Padilla's U.S. passport and relayed that Jose Padilla had overstayed his travel visa and that there were inconsistencies with Jose Padilla's appearance and accent. The CIA's redacted that they would provide the information on Jose Padilla to the State Department's regional security officer and would follow up with Pakistani officials on this matter. The date of birth and travel information included with Jose Padilla's passport matched information on the Mujahideen identification form. 33-year-old American referenced as Abu Abdullah al Muhajir. I think I may say it, whatever. The CIA had provided to the FBI on December 15th, 2001. On April 12th, 2002, Pakistani officials provided additional information to the CIA's redacted, specifically that they had detained a U.S. passport holder named Jose Padilla and a British passport holder named Fuad Zawi. I don't know. Zawi. I don't know how you say that. Whatever. Later identified as Binyam Muhammad, who had suspiciously attempted to depart Pakistan According to the CIA cable, Pakistani authorities provided the information on the pair due to concerns about possible terrorist activity. The cable noted that Pakistani authorities had to release Padilla, but that Padilla's associate remained in detention. When questioned further, the Pakistani authorities stated that they suspected Jose Padilla of being an Al Qaeda member. The information identifying Jose Padilla and Fawad, whatever, Zaawi, I guess, as I think that's how you say Zaawi, something like that. Kind of weird. As potential terrorists have been provided by the CIA's redacted to CIA headquarters, several CIA stations, and the State Department's Regional Security Officer, or RSO, in Karachi by April 12, 2002. Using the identifying information in Jose Padilla's passport provided by the Pakistani government, the CIA's redactor requested that the CIA headquarters and CIA's redacted station conduct a database search using the name Jose Padilla and other identifying information provided. The CIA's redactor requested that CIA headquarters and the CIA's redacted station do the same for Padilla's associate Fawad Zahawi, something like that. As a result, by April 12, 2002, the CIA was already alerted that a named U.S. citizen, Jose Padilla, has spent significant time in Pakistan and has engaged in possible terrorist activity. 8 days after the CIA was informed that U.S. citizen Jose Padilla was engaged in possible terrorist activity, on the evening of April 20th, 2002, Abu Zubaydah told FBI special agents about two men who approached him with a plan to detonate a uranium-based explosive device in the United States, the dirty bomb. Abu Zubaydah stated he did not believe the plan was viable and did not know the true names of the two other individuals, but did provide physical descriptions of the pair. This information was acquired after Abu Zubaydah was confronted with emails that indicated Abu Zubaydah had sent two individuals to KSM. The FBI special agents who acquired this information from Abu Zubaydah believed it was provided as a result of rapport building interrogation techniques. Abu Zubaydah would not be subjected to the use of DOJ approved enhanced interrogation techniques until August of 2002, more than 3 months later. Within 2 hours of the dissemination of this information, CIA officers redacted sent cables to CIA headquarters and select CIA stations, calling attention to the similarities between Abu Zubaydah's reporting and the request from April 12, 2002 for information on Jose Padilla and Fawad Zahawi, which had not yet been acted upon by the receiving officers or offices. A travel alert was then initiated, good grief, I'm sorry, for Jose Padilla, based on the previous information provided by the Pakistani government. Padilla was located unknowingly, escorted back to the United States by an FBI special agent on May 8, 2002. Upon his arrival in the United States, Padilla was found to be carrying $10,526 in U.S. currency, an amount he failed to report. Padilla was interviewed and taken into custody by FBI on a material witness warrant. The exploitation of Jose Padilla's pocket litter and phone revealed significant connections to known terrorists, including subjects of FBI terrorism investigations in the United States. In separate debriefings, Padilla and his associate, Binyam Muhammad, maintained they had no intention of engaging in terrorist plotting, but proposed the dirty bomb plots in order to depart Pakistan, to avoid combat in Afghanistan, and return home. Over several years, CIA officers identified errors in the CIA's representations concerning the effectiveness of the CIA's enhanced interrogation techniques in relation to Abu Zubaydah reporting pertaining to Jose Padilla and Padilla's alleged plotting. In response to one such representation, the chief of the Abu Zubaydah task force wrote to redacted CTC Legal in 2002 that AZ's info alone would never have allowed us to find Jose Padilla and Binyam Muhammad. In 2004, she sought to correct inaccurate CIA representations again, telling colleagues, or footnotes, AZ never really gave this is the plot type of information. He claimed every plot operation he had knowledge of and or was working on was only preliminary. Padilla and the Dirty Bomb plot was prior to enhance, and he never really gave us actionable intel to get them. So I'm going to stop here and we'll see what else we can get recorded today. But anyway, talk to y'all later. See y'all. Bye.